Have you ever wondered how many years a cat can live? Like superheroes in fur, some whiskered companions manage to reach truly legendary ages. Yes, we're talking not just about 20 years, but a whole 30 and beyond. Sounds like something out of science fiction, right? In today's edition, we'll dive into the astonishing world of feline longevity to uncover the stories of the 5 oldest cats that have ever lived among us. From incredible historical accounts to Guinness World Records-verified tales, we've gathered the most amazing facts about how these small, purring creatures manage to delight us for decades. Be sure to watch until the end, as you're in for not only fascinating information, but also a pleasant surprise in the form of several practical longevity tips for your beloved pets. People have adored cats since ancient times. They were worshipped in ancient Egypt, feared, and sometimes revered as allies against rats. In medieval Europe, and in our days, transformed into mega-popular internet stars. However, regardless of the cultural era, people have always wanted to know how to ensure their furry friends live as long as possible. Stories of long-lived cats were passed from mouth to mouth, became legendary, and sometimes it was hard to separate fact from fiction. But in the 21st century, thanks to modern record-keeping methods and veterinary science, we've learned to document the ages of domestic pets more meticulously. This way, we can officially record genuine records and highlight the oldest cats in the world. What influences a cat's lifespan? Nutrition. A proper diet with sufficient proteins, fats, and carbohydrates directly impacts the animal's overall health. Healthcare. Regular veterinary checkups, vaccinations, and parasite prevention. Sterilization. There's a theory that spayed or neutered animals often live longer because the risk of developing certain diseases is reduced. Lifestyle. Indoor or outdoor. Cats living indoors face fewer external threats: dogs, infections, accidents, aggressive peers. Genetics. Sometimes it's all about heredity. Like humans, cats can have a lucky genetic makeup. We'll keep all these factors in mind as we discuss our famous long-lived cats. Each of them has left a fluffy mark in history, astonishing not only the neighbors and their owners' friends, but the entire world. Our goal is to learn about the most amazing examples of cats that, against all odds, didn't just live long, but lived very long. Get ready to be amazed, because each of these stories is like the script of an exciting movie. The historical record holder becoming a legend. When talking about the oldest cats in the world, the first one that comes to mind for many animal lovers is the legendary cat, who lived almost longer than some turtles. Official sources often mention a cat named Crim Puff. According to the Guinness World Records, he was born in Austin, Texas, and lived about 38 years. 38. Just imagine. That's over 3 decades. Biography of Crim Puff. Date of birth. Born approximately in the early 1970s, some sources cite August 13th, 1967, but the owners provided slightly different dates, leading to some discrepancies. Unique diet. Legends say that his owner, Jake Perry, fed his cats, and he had more than one long-lived cat, an exotic diet for pets. Allegedly, the cats were given boiled broccoli, asparagus once a week, and sometimes a small amount of coffee with cream. Sounds alarming compared to traditional dietary recommendations, right? Habitat. Crim Puff lived exclusively indoors, received immense attention and care, and even had special cat rooms with toys and exercise equipment. Controversial facts. There are skeptics who don't fully believe in such an advanced feline age. They argue that aside from the Guinness World Records entry, there's little documentary evidence, and the owner himself was quite an eccentric personality. However, since the Guinness Book officially recognizes the record, we have every reason to place Crim Puff at the top for longevity among cats. For now, let's not argue. Let Crim Puff remain the feline Everest of long-lived cats. If he could, I'm sure he would step onto a stage and wave a paw, saying, "Hello, I know the secret to eternal youth, a cat that outlived 2 owners." How often can a cat outlive even one of its owners? People often take pets at a relatively young age and don't consider who will take care of their furry friend after they pass away. But the hero of this part of the story is a cat named Lucy, who reportedly outlived 2 of her owners, although Lucy's exact age is sometimes disputed. A brief backstory. Estimated age. When Lucy gained popularity, she was credited with being up to 43 years old. Of course, such numbers spark heated discussions. Some believe she was only 35. Lineage and origin. Lucy lived in the United Kingdom in an ordinary family, but there are virtually no mentions of official documents confirming her age. Personality traits. It's said that Lucy was quite independent and unfriendly, especially towards strangers, and loved spending time in solitude. The phenomenon of outliving multiple owners. According to accounts, Lucy was passed down to the younger generation of the family after her previous owners passed away from old age. This is a rare situation, as cats usually don't live long enough to require a new guardian. But Lucy seemed to decide, no, I'll break all the records and you, humans, will have to adapt. For her, it was of course a tragic story associated with the loss of close people. But eyewitnesses assure that Lucy almost didn't change and continued to live by her measured, slightly detached schedule. It's said that sometimes she would allow herself the luxury of curling up on the lap of the family's favorite member, presumably deeming them worthy of attention from the great and terrible feline elder. The family pet with an unbelievable age. Many long-lived cats initially evoke disbelief. People check the dates, trying to estimate when the countdown began. Such is the case with a fluffy-tailed cat named Scooter, who became famous for his incredible activity and good health even in his later years. Scooter's story. Origin. Born and lived in Texas, USA. Interestingly, Crim Puff also lived in the same state. Perhaps a special climate or some magical air. Estimated age. According to official data confirmed by veterinary records, Scooter lived to be 30 years old. Yes, this is still younger than Crim Puff, but it's still an impressive number considering the average lifespan of cats is about 15 years. Personality and habits. Scooter loved to travel and was a companion cat for his owners. They often took him along in the car and even by plane, in a special carrier, of course. It seems Scooter enjoyed changing his environment, which according to his owners extended his life. Why nobody believed him? When Scooter started appearing in local news, people genuinely doubted it. Are you serious? 30 years for a cat. But the owners, backed by veterinary clinic records and photographs, were able to prove they were telling the truth. Nevertheless, ironic jokes occasionally surfaced around Scooter's name. Can he already read newspapers and vote in elections? But of course, all in good humor. The mysterious long liver from the farm. Not all cats live in cozy urban apartments. Some spend their entire lives outdoors, surrounded by nature, and still manage to maintain their health and vitality for many, many years. An example of this is Corduroy, who spent most of his life on a farm in Oregon, USA. Myth or reality? Age. Corduroy was entered into the Guinness Book as the oldest living cat at a certain point. He was about 26 years old. And this despite not being confined indoors, freely roaming the farm. Diet and lifestyle. Corduroy's owners noted that he ate regular cat food, but also loved hunting small rodents. Typical farm life. Perhaps constant physical activity and free access to fresh air positively influenced his longevity. Relationship with people. Corduroy was friendly and loved affection, but retained a wild spirit. He didn't recognize boundaries and could calmly go out for a stroll for half a day, returning only when he wished. The role of nature and freedom. If we look at scientific data, most veterinarians would say that cats with outdoor access usually live shorter lives because they face external dangers. However, Corduroy breaks this stereotype. He managed to stay healthy, and perhaps the farmer's air combined with rodent hunting played a role. This is probably one of those cases where a cat lived by its own feline rules. And he succeeded, the youngest in the ancient list. Rounding out our list is a cat who, although didn't reach 40 years, still amazed veterinarians. We're talking about a fluffy fellow named Rubble. He lived, according to unverified data, about 31 years and was officially the oldest living cat in a certain year before his passing. Rubble's story. Place of residence, United Kingdom. Interestingly, London is known for its feline traditions, from cats in bookstores to cats living in various institutions. Personality. Descriptions say Rubble was calm and affectionate, But in his senior years, he often became grumpy and particular about the quality of his food. Understandably, after living so many years, he wanted everything to be perfect. Interesting detail, the owners claimed they never overfed Rubble and kept his weight in check. This is important. Overfeeding is one of the causes of many health problems in pets. Shocking facts and consequences. Some cats can live up to an age comparable to 30, 40 human years. If we talk in terms of cat-to-human years, these are simply astronomical numbers. Traditionally, one cat year is considered roughly equivalent to 5 to 7 human years. Such cases show how little we still know about the feline body. Perhaps further research in veterinary science will help us extend our pets' lives even more. Scientific findings obtained from studying long-lived cats indirectly aid research into human aging, as there are certain parallels in physiological processes among mammals. Concluding thoughts. Pets can become true record holders if provided with the right living conditions, from diet to regular veterinary care. Long-lived cats are found all over the world, from the USA to the United Kingdom, and there's no single magic pill for longevity. Some lived on farms, others in apartments. Love and attention are probably the most important factors. All the cats described were surrounded by human warmth and care. If you want your pet to live as long as possible, don't forget to regularly take your cat to the veterinarian. Choose the right food and avoid overfeeding. Play and interact with them. Even if they sometimes grumpily ignore you, cats love solitude but appreciate our attention. Also, be sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Like this video if you enjoyed the amazing stories about long-lived cats. And, of course, share in the comments what amazed you most about these stories. Maybe you yourself know someone whose cat has made it through 3 decades and is still energetically running around? And finally, how old is the oldest cat you know personally? Share your stories, because who knows, maybe a future record holder lives somewhere close to us, and we'll all hear about it soon. With that, we conclude our friendly feline excursion. Thank you for watching. Now you know everything about the 5 oldest cats in the world. We hope these stories inspired you, and perhaps gave you extra motivation to pet and cuddle your purr once more. After all, you never know, maybe your cat will one day become the new Crim Puff and make history. Take care of your beloved pets, have a great day, and see you soon.